You were offered $100,000 to sit still for 3 days while water drips on a part of your forehead. Would you accept this challenge? It might sound simple. Harmless water droplets coming into contact with your forehead. What's the worst that could happen? You just accepted the challenge. How will this affect your body and mental health? In the first hour, the initial sensation is cold and annoying. The water droplet, hitting the same spot repeatedly, begins to feel irritating but bearable. Your skin might redden slightly due to the constant contact. Your focus is entirely on the water droplet, creating mild anxiety as you anticipate the next drop. You might start to wander, finding the rhythmic drops either slightly relaxing or mildly irritating. By the 5th hour, the skin on your forehead starts to soften and wrinkle due to prolonged exposure to water. The repeated impact and moisture will cause it to redden and swell slightly. You become increasingly agitated and restless, finding it difficult to ignore the incessant dripping. The unpredictability of the timing between drops creates a sense of unease and anticipation. Initial signs of mental fatigue and frustration may set in as the repetitive stimulus becomes harder to ignore. Mentally, the repetitive nature of the dripping water could become increasingly annoying. Within 10 hours, you might begin experiencing significant discomfort and have a strong urge to wipe away the water. Your mental state is deteriorating, and you're likely feeling stressed and irritable. After a full day, prolonged exposure to dripping water would likely lead to more significant irritation of the skin. There might be the beginning of a headache due to the constant tapping sensation. Muscles in your body would start to ache from sitting still for so long, potentially leading to stiffness and discomfort. By the end of the first day, you might experience heightened anxiety and agitation. Sleep is impossible due to the constant drip and the pain from your forehead. You're likely feeling exhausted, emotionally drained, and possibly even experiencing the early stages of delirium due to sleep deprivation. On the second day, the skin on your forehead might start to break down, potentially causing sores or abrasions due to the continuous impact and moisture. Headaches could become more severe, and the lack of movement might cause muscle cramps and decreased circulation, especially in your legs. Mentally, fatigue and distress increase as the constant dripping becomes intolerable. Hallucinations might begin as your sleep deprivation worsens, causing confusion and disorientation. Anxiety levels would be high, possibly leading to panic attacks or emotional breakdowns. You're delirious, hallucinating, and utterly consumed by the torture. The constant drip has become a psychological torment, and you're likely experiencing a breakdown. By the 3rd day, severe skin damage on your forehead could lead to open wounds, increasing the risk of infection. Continuous headaches and muscle pain would become chronic. Your overall physical health would be significantly compromised due to lack of sleep, proper movement, and the psychological stress imposed by the challenge. Severe psychological effects such as hallucinations, delusions, and extreme emotional distress would likely dominate. Cognitive functions such as decision-making, memory, and concentration would be heavily impaired. The repetitive dripping might induce a state of learned helplessness, where you feel utterly powerless and defeated. The repetitive nature of the dripping water can lead to psychological distress, known as drip torture, which has been historically used as a form of psychological torture. The constant, unending stimulus can break down mental resilience, leading to anxiety, hallucinations, and severe psychological distress. While $100,000 might be a tempting reward, the physical and mental toll of enduring 3 days of constant dripping water on your forehead would be immense. You would require immediate medical attention for the skin damage, potential infections, chronic headaches, muscle pain, sleep deprivation, and the effects of severe dehydration and stress.